welcome back to the Comic Compass. We've got an absolutely massive new comic book day. I cannot wait. A bunch of bangers on the list this week. So with that out the way, enough yapping. Let's get over to the shop. Alrighty, y'all. So while we make our way over to the shop, let's talk a little bit about some of last week's pickups. We'll start with World's Finest, issue number 47. They wrapped up the arc with Joker and Lex Luthor fused into one, and Batman and Superman fused into one. Batman and Superman finally defeated Lex Luthor and Joker with a little bit of help from a few of the Justice League members. So the arc came to a wrap and on to the next. So I'm excited to see what they do next in World's Finest. I also read issue number 7 of Fantastic Four. We see the Fantastic Four go up to outer space to deal with the whole Galactus signal situation that's about to go down. They left their kids back at home to defend Earth, or just defend the city while they're gone. But the Fantastic Four also left a few adult superheroes, these teleporters. So in case their kids get into any trouble while fighting off any enemies, they'd be able to the adult superheroes would just be able to teleport directly to them and help them out. And a few of those people that they gave teleporters out to were Wolverine, Miss Marvel, Black Cat, and one other guy. I don't remember his name. He's a friend of Johnny Storm's. He's not a superhero, but he's like a marksman, I want to say he was. I don't really know who he is, but I'm assuming in this next issue we'll be up in outer space with the core gang, the core Fantastic Four, and dealing with Galactus. So that should be exciting. I also I caught up on Superman Unlimited. I've been telling you guys for a little bit now that Superman Unlimited kind of fell off for me a bit. The whole Kryptonite Kingdom thing was kind of getting a little dry for me, but I read the last 2 issues, the most recent one and the one before that, this last week, and I enjoyed them both. They were both really good. Like I said, they finally got away from the whole Kryptonite Kingdom thingy that they had going on, and I'm back to enjoying the story. So I also read DCKO Galactic Slam, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that was not what I expected at all from that. Most of DCKO has been taken pretty seriously, and this Galactic Slam issue, or one shot, was just, they got away from the plot a little bit, I want to say, which is kind of disappointing because I'm a big Green Lantern fan. Kyle Rayner is also my favorite hero, so a little disappointed with that issue. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll probably, like a WWE fan, you'll probably be really into it, but I'm a big MMA guy. I personally train and compete in MMA myself, so the whole WWE jazz isn't really my style. But for those that do enjoy WWE, you'd probably enjoy that a little bit more than I did. But for me, it was just a little goofy compared to all the other tie-ins. I also read Everything Dead and Dying, issue number 5, and man, what a story! They wrapped it up so beautifully. They left room for more. If we could only hope, man. We could only hope, but they really went 5 for 5 with that. 5 issues. I give them all 5 stars. The whole story as a whole, I'll give it 5 stars. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely in my top 5 comics that I've ever read. Easily the number 1 miniseries that I've ever read. Highly recommend it. If you guys did not read it, you have to get this in trade. This is a must-read book. This is going to be on must-read lists and videos in the future. I promise you, for anybody making must-reads, they're going to have Everything Dead and Dying on there. The art was beautiful, the coloring was beautiful, and the story was absolutely amazing. The story is so good, it almost distracts you from how good the art is. But overall, man, a 5-star series. Absolutely beautiful. So sad it ended. I really hope that they bring it back. But then again, man, they went 5 for 5. I don't want them to drag it out any longer and possibly mess that up. But either way, I'm happy if it ended like this. I'm happy if they continue. I'm also happy. But guys got to pick that up whenever you can. You have to. Oh, I didn't read everything last week. I still have to read Captain America issue 7. I want to say it was issue 6. Spider-Man 94. I don't remember what issue we're on with that. And Exquisite Corpses issue 9. So a couple bangers still to read from last week, but just to add to the bangers that are all from this week. But I'll probably read those later tonight before I read the new list of books. But I guess that's all I got for you guys right now. So I'll see you guys back at the crib.
What sort of trouble?
There's just one thing you overlook.
What are you trying to say?
The girl needs help.
All right, y'all, and we're back. So it's time to hop in to this week's pull list. Starting off with Skinbreaker issue number 5. In the last issue, we see the chief. He was challenged, and he ended up running away from the challenge. So he ran away from the tribe. He's out in the woods. Super hyped to see what goes on next there. Next up, we've got another Robert Kirkman title. This is Capes, issue number 3. Super fun story so far. If you're a fan of Robert Kirkman, if you're a fan of the Invincible universe, highly recommend picking this one up. Next up, we've got The Punisher, Red Band, issue number 5. By the looks of the cover, it looks like Punisher is finally coming face to face with Kingpin and Tombstone in this issue. That's what I'm assuming, at least based off the cover, but this has been a really enjoyable read so far. Next up, we've got one that I'm super hyped for, Iron Man. This is issue number 1 of Iron Man, the new ongoing Iron Man series. I cannot wait to hop into this. This is the first Iron Man book that I've ever picked up, the first Iron Man book that I'll ever be reading. So I'm super hyped for this. They did not have the A cover, unfortunately. They only had like 2 other crappy looking covers, but they did have this foil variant. So I had to spend the extra little bit of money to get this super nice foil variant. Can't complain about that cover though. It's super clean. Next up, we've got Green Lantern, issue number 31. In the last issue, we see Hal teaming up with Bruce, and in this issue, we're getting Hal teaming up with Barry Allen, so super exciting stuff. Next up, we've got Justice League Red, issue number 6. I'm pretty sure this is the last issue of this little mini-series. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Overall, this has been pretty fun, pretty enjoyable. Nothing too crazy going on in there, but still an enjoyable read. Next up, we've got DCKO, the Kids Are All Fight special number 1. That's a weird, very odd title, but not really too sure what's going on in this story. All I know is that it clearly involves the kids of the DC universe, and it's a DCKO tie-in, so I had to pick it up. Next up, we've got Detective Comics 1105. I've really been enjoying Detective Comics, probably even more than Action Comics at the moment. Batman's dealing with that virus. He also has the virus himself. And in the last issue, we got to see the entire Bat family come in and help Batman. So that was super cool. Can't wait to hop back into that. And then next up, we've got Superman, issue number 34. I unfortunately could not get the A cover for this. This was literally the last copy sitting on the shelves. I do not have Superman on my pull list, so I usually have to just go in there and grab it off the shelf if it's still there. And at least this one was still sitting there, so I can't complain too much. And I'm pretty sure this is also a tie-in to DCKO, so excited to see what happens in there. Next up, we've got our 4 absolute titles, our main events of the week, starting with Absolute Flash, issue number 11. In the last issue, we got our first look at the Reverse Flash, so Absolute Flash is really picking up at the moment. Cannot wait to hop back into there. Next up, we've got Absolute Martian Manhunter, issue number 8. This is our second issue since it's been back. I'm super hyped that it's back. This is my favorite Absolute title out of all the Absolutes. That might be a hot take, but personally, I love the art. I love the story, so I'm super hyped to get into issue number 8. Next up, we've got the 2 heavy hitters of the week, starting with Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 16. This is the first Absolute Wonder Woman issue that I've picked up, besides the first team up with Batman. A new story, it says, starts here, so I was like, what better time to hop on than now? I'm still going to buy that trade at some point, but I could not pass up on this issue. Zatanna appears in it. I'm not sure if she's already been in it, but she's definitely in this issue, so I was like, I gotta grab that. Super, super hyped to finally hop on the Absolute Wonder Woman train. And last but not least, on this huge pull list, we've got Absolute Batman, issue number 16, the second half of the team up with Batman and Wonder Woman. I cannot wait to hop into this. I'm super, super excited. If you guys have been keeping up, I did not get my hands on the A cover to Absolute Wonder Woman's portion of this, because obviously I didn't have Absolute Wonder Woman on my pull list until now. But I did have Absolute Batman. I have had Absolute Batman on my pull list, so I was able to catch the A cover to this, and I'm super hyped about that. So cannot wait to hop into that. Super, super excited. All right, y'all, and that's a wrap on this absolutely massive new comic book day. I'm super hyped to hop into all of these books. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe while you're at it. I got a bunch of reading to go do, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.